Well, hello. Welcome back to Twist and Shout, of course. And today I'm coming with a message from the heart and a message of love for all natural hair types. If you have not subscribed to my channel, please take the time to do so now for future content from me about faith, marriage, parenting, love, life, and of course, natural hair. All right, so this has been on my mind since I seen a post in a natural hair group that I follow on Facebook. And the groups appears to be majority women from Africa or African descent, I would say. And a lot of them don't have access to the resources and things that we have to, what they would consider to keep your hair thriving or some magic hair potion. And I just want to say that a young lady posted a picture and people was, wondering, they was like, oh, please, what is it? What is it? How did you do that? How did you do that? And I want to say that I think, like with anything, any trend, any fashion, we get caught up, right? And we're just like, oh, I want that, but not understanding what actually gets or what it has to take to get to that point. And I say that to say this, even myself, because don't get me wrong, y'all. Like, I know y'all see me doing a lot of concoctions and a lot of cocktails and a lot of mixing, and you're like, man, all right, when you gonna stop? And for me, it's just like fun because, like, okay, it's exciting because you're like, okay, I get to discover something. I get to concoct something. And some of the things may not have been originally from me, but you want to, kind of put your own twist on it. Be like, okay, let me do this a little different and see what, you're curious. And that's our nature. But I would say you don't want to get to the point where you end up doing something detrimental to your health or your overall hair, because what good is it if you do something to risk it all? But long story short, the young lady posted a picture. She obviously had very long hair. I think she has like waist length hair or maybe almost waist length hair. And a lot of people was like, please tell me. And they were looking more so for a quick fix. Like, okay, what exactly did you use? And I think we forget that everything is not for everybody. And even with myself, because I started, before I started doing the greases, obviously I was big on making my own oil, because from what I seen, it seemed like, the mixture of oils was the game changer, because you literally can concoct that yourself from the ground up. Instead of like greases, they're already made. So, I mean, you can mix a couple greases together, but the mix and the bulk of what is created or made to be created is already there. You get what I'm saying? Like, grease is grease. Whereas oils, you can have them separate and then you can merge them together. And there could be something completely different. I say that to say this. The young lady ended up getting nasty, the one that posted the picture. Like, look, stop asking for some magic potion or concoction. Like, learn to, do your hair and embrace your hair, because it has to start from some point. And I think even myself, kind of forget that, what, she's right. I don't agree with how she delivered her message, but I would say that, things take time. And even with me, like, I'm sitting here like, look, I've been natural for a long time. I was going back over my old pictures, but I failed to realize the progress and the growth. Like, my hair has gotten way thicker than what it was before. In fact, I ran across a picture when I started one of my, we say the mated job, one of my mated jobs where I started making some real money. And I'm like, yo, my hair was very thin and very ragged looking and a bunch of split ends. And now I'm like, yo, I got a head full of hair. I done trained it. Like, you tend to forget where you come from, or you start to be ungrateful. Like, look, man, like, there's a lot of people who have alopecia horribly. They can't grow hair for nothing. They don't try everything. They don't spend all the money, and they're left with nothing. Like, and there's a lot of people that just now going through, like, they having bald spots showing up, and all they want to know, all they would love to have is that bald spot to be filled, while we're trying to be Rapunzel. Now, I'm not saying this, don't set a hair goal or anything like that, because I have one too. I would love to have my hair, be mid-back. I wouldn't mind. But hey, if it just gets to be right here, then hey, that's what it is. And I just have to learn to take care of that and be grateful. But I would like to say, or like to denounce, like a bunch of negative, inappropriate, immature mindset when it comes to the natural hair community. For me, I'm gonna just go ahead and say it, because like I said, I hate to even talk about it because I fell for it. Like a lot of people, 10 top secrets, 5 secrets, do these 3 things and your hair will grow. And it's like, even with the videos that I used to watch, I used to skim through the talking part and just like, okay, let me hurry up and just take a screenshot of the products that they use, thinking that it's somehow going to miraculously work for me. And that's not the case. Like, I done tried a lot, and I'm not going to lie, because I'm real about mine. I done tried a lot of products because somebody else featured it in a video and ended up looking stupid, and it didn't work for me. Now, obviously, there are some things that I got from people that I'm glad I did, like the non-heat scratching or drying of your hair. I'm so glad I ran across that, because I really do want to just eliminate heat altogether. Because heat, my hair texture, for whatever reason, heat does tend to be more damaging than helpful. Whereas with my daughter hair, it seems to be more helpful than hurtful. So, but mixing oils, like I would like to a huge shout out to, I've been watching Curly Proverbs for a long time, like a secret, like watching, like not, you know, because I'm not saying it is bad to be like, hey, I'm your fan, but I just been like, okay, I'm admiring you from over here, and I've been watching her videos and taking notes, and you know, even trying some of her mixes. And by all means, I love all her mixes, but even I tried the one with the MSM and honey. No, my hair did not like it. Like it just was like, no, too strong. So, but obviously process elimination, because I knew by following her, you know, like, okay, let me take this. This was the last thing I put in, and I was fine. By the way, I am going to do a video doing you know, my simple and to the point version of one of her hair oils, one of her growth hair oils. So be sure to check that video out. But, yeah, I would just like to say, you know, denouncing some of these mentalities that we tend to get over a while. Now, obviously, there's some things that are kind of universal, like coconut oil seems to be the, you know, the line in the middle, like, hey, who don't like coconut oil? Or there may be a few that say, you know what, it's kind of drying, but it does detain, you know, like, it's like the middle. Or olive oil. Olive oil is one of those middle oils too, like, okay, whatever. But even through research, so I'm thinking like Jamaican black castor oil is the holy grail. And I actually seen a couple videos where it actually did damage and it was too strong for a couple people. I'm like, wow, I would have never guessed. And here I am just dumping it on my hair, but obviously I didn't have those side effects. But you get what I'm saying? Like, you have to be careful. Like, it's better to be safe than sorry. And to do things gradually instead of just like, hey, I'm going to go out and buy this whole person's product line and hopefully it works for me. I would like to say, if nobody never tell you ever again, if you listen to me, if you're going to keep following me, I'm going to preach regimen. Regimen is where it's at. Like, since I've changed and done things differently, it's like, wow, okay, my hair actually is a little stubborn still, but actually can grow with a little help. And I think too that because a lot of people say, okay, what's your hair goal? What do you want to see become of your hair? And you know, there's the basis of 4 choices, which is definition, moisture, length, and what's the other one? I can't even think of the other right now. But anyway, I'll put it on the screen somewhere. But like, those are like the 4 main, like, okay, this is what I want: curl pattern, length, moisture, volume. I think that's what it is. Okay, that's the 4. So curl pattern, volume, length, retention, and moisture. And I would say, you know, I've been trying to deal with either one of those. I think the hardest that's going to be for me, period, is probably going to be volume, because my hair tends to, whatever style it is, like, okay, you asked me to curl, so I'm a curl. You asked me to be straight, so I'm going to be, you know, like, it ain't for no picking me and making me big type thing. Like, it's going to be whatever it is, whatever's want to do at a time. Moisture, I would say, was probably one of the things that came naturally quick. Like, it was like, all right, if you dry, I'm just going to try using this, and it worked. And for me, I prefer to actually do a day-by-day basis of moisture, which I was able to do so with the hair lotions. But when it comes to this hair grease, it's like, girl, you just grease me, leave me alone. Like, I'm still greasy. And it's kind of like, oh, I'm bored because I'm used to playing and manipulating my hair. But anywho, that's just me. Maybe yours is different. And like I said, obviously, I think with length, I think as African-American women, like, we just always admired having long hair. And because we pretty much, most of us have the thick part. Like, girl, you got thick hair. Yeah, but I want to be long and thick. And what I also seen, it seems like the longer hair gets, the more behave it is. Like when the hair starts coming down, it just automatically, naturally seems like it cooperates. I don't know. It's just something I've seen. I'm like, it seems that way. Maybe it's just me. But anywho, so you heard it from me. Someone who loves you and someone who cares. There's not no magical products. Yes, there are products that enhance or promote growth. And that's another thing I want to touch on. Like, there's a big difference between, like, stimulating, promoting, and assisting or aiding the growth. You have promote means that these are things that are going to, keep you going to the next level, such as strength. Strengthening your hair will automatically cause your hair not to break and keep your hair hanging on, and it's going to look like it is going to grow, right? Aid means it's going to assist in the growth process, meaning that, let's say your diet doesn't have iron or vitamin C, but if you take this supplement, it's going to aid in the growth because you're giving your body what it needs to help the work and the magic happens in here. But it's really not magic. It's just naturally happen. What's another word you say? Aid, promote. What was the other word I used? I'm just going blank. But you get what I'm saying. Like, it's different things for different specifics in products and things of that nature. Like, it's not just one thing. I would say my biggest lesson would definitely be filling in those gaps. Things that I know I don't eat. Like, I know I don't eat a lot of vegetables. I just don't. I love them. It's just that I'm very limited on them. And I have favorites. And if you eat one of the same thing all the time, then you're not getting all your nutrients. We know that. That's elementary stuff. Biggest thing that I kind of neglect, but this is another thing I want to touch on too, because I was sitting there thinking, I was looking at my pictures when I was pregnant. Y'all, I was so sick. I didn't comb my hair. I literally washed and go. Sometimes I washed and go like 5 times in a 5-day week. I'm talking about, like, if I made a mistake and laid on my hair and my hair got dry, I would go put my hair in the shower, right while I'm in the shower, and then put some custard on it, put a band around, and go to work. And my hair thrived. Like, I didn't do nothing. I didn't do much. And I think I was using Cantu products. Not trying to say Cantu is bad, but it's just like the baseline of becoming natural. Like, okay, everybody try Cantu. But that's all I did. And every now and then, or as a refresher, like maybe I got up late or I was too busy with my face in the toilet, I sprayed my hair with some aloe vera and some tea tree or something. And my hair was like, my pineapple got like really huge. Like, I remember looking at one of my pictures like, my curls and everything was so big and popping. Way bigger than what it was now. And I'm just like, yo, like, you have to understand that sometimes it don't take a lot. Sometimes it's the bare minimum. Like, I want so bad to, like, I think I'm almost to the end of my grease phase, like trying greases. Not saying I'm gonna stop using it, but I'm running out of options because, it's not a lot of grease out there. And I'm not gonna waste money just on because something's a grease. But I would say that for me, I definitely want to prove to you guys and myself that less is more. It doesn't take a lot. Like regimen, your pre-poo, which I think is very important because that will eliminate tangles and knots and a lot of things that you wouldn't have to deal with once you get your hair wet. Because if you're like me, when my hair gets wet, it's just like my hair just intertwines. Like the curls just do this number, like just be like kung fu fighting. And the shampoo for me, like I can't just use a simple clarifying shampoo. That it dries my hair out too much. I'm talking about it doesn't matter how dirty my hair is. Like even for the people who say this, that grease is heavy and you can't wash grease out. Listen, the first week that I used grease, I used it every single day from root to end. Guess what, honey? When I went to wash my hair with a clarifying shampoo, thinking that, oh, my hair must be built up. And, you know, even just listening to people and not really, like, listening to your hair, my hair wasn't even built up. Like, it was just, when I went to wash my hair with a clarifying shampoo, my scalp was so super duper clean. My hair was super duper dry. And I'm like, see, I could have went and did a cold wash. And a lot of people say, hey, no, you can't do cold wash. No, your hair. What did your hair say? No matter what their hair said, they're doing what's best for them and what makes their hair happy. And we see, you know, they're like, their hair is thriving and big and long and luscious. And then we're like, you know what? We've been on the same journey for the same amount of time. What happened? Because they're doing what's best for them. We need to do what's best for us. And I say this, like I said, not in a mean and nasty way, because it's still a lot of people that I follow and I look up to and I respect. I'm like, yo, it takes a lot of hard work to sit here and give pointer and tips with people criticizing. Like, or people maybe not even be meaning anything, but may just say something out of curiosity. Like, there was a lot of people that their startup was their length hair, like, video. And of course people gravitated to it because it's like, oh, it's not, I want to see how their hair got long. But we weren't there every step of the way. And there's others who like, hey, I've been following you a while and I see that your hair definitely is growing. I'm not even gonna name names. I'm not gonna do that. But like I said, it's a few of them that I followed. I'm like, yeah, your hair is thriving, and they're doing what's best for their hair. Like, they're not doing a bunch of extra extravagant stuff. They are trying products, but they're not trying things outside of what worked for them. And that's another thing that I got carried away with. Just like, ooh, something's new. Let me go try it. And you don't have to do all that. Like, as y'all can see, like, going into this 2020, the things I show y'all, like the Softy oil, like, it's a $2 oil. And it's packed with enough stuff in it that works and that's all right with me. And like I said, if I wasn't actually making my own, this is probably one I go to and use all the time. Y'all see me, just my last video, I use Dollar Tree edge control and it works. Like, I put it on today too. And I put this on at 9 o'clock, 9:30 this morning. It is, I believe, 8 at night. Now, of course, my back always falls. And that's because you move and, I'm in church, I'm clapping, I'm dancing, my coat rubbing against the seat. So, whatever. I'm pretty sure if I can just brush this up, it'll somewhat behave. You know what I'm saying? It ain't gonna take a lot. But my whole point is, man, we gotta stop getting caught up in brands. We gotta do what's best for our hair. Trying to make sure like I said, I think the biggest pet peeve, now that I know better, now that I'm sitting here doing what others been doing and I've been watching others, is that there is no one secret ingredient. Like, there's a regimen. Because even with me doing the grease, right? Let's say I do the grease and I keep putting heat on my hair, or I keep trimming my ends because somebody keeps saying they're split ends. No, I know what's going on with my hair, right? I can see it. Now, some people, I have seen that literally there are some people who absolutely have no clue. And there's no harm in them, like, because it's all about how you grew up and the lifestyle and the people in your life. I get it. Because like I said, my mom was not big on doing hair. Like, it was just like, hey, I'm gonna put your hair in twists and hair bows and that's it. So once we got past that age and that stage, it's like, I don't know what to do with y'all hair. And we had to learn. And we had the basics. We had grease. We had a comb. We had a brush. We had water. We had shampoo and conditioner. And guess what? Our hair thrived. And like I said, it does not take a lot. Like, we got to stop following the unnecessary. Like, there's a lot of things going around about canceling being natural. How can you cancel what God gave you? Like, God gave me this. How am I going to cancel my own hair? That don't even make sense. Or what's another thing? Like, people shaming hair, hating hair. People say, oh, no, I got 4Z hair. There's no such thing as 4C. Like, no. How about God gave me this? I need to learn how to take care of it. And like I said, for me, I'd rather for you to hit me up 2 o'clock in the morning and say, hey, what's this, and this? What's this, and this? And not say, and the first thing I always say, like, hey, if it's something out of my league, I'll say, hey, consult a doctor. or seek professional help because I don't know everything. But if it's something I can say, okay, in general, I can say, okay, this would make sense. Like, obviously, somebody with Caucasian hair or thinner hair, I'm not going to tell you put grease on your hair every other day because I'm pretty sure the grease is just going to sit there. Now, I would say after you wash your hair and you dry it for maybe a day and you come back, I don't see nothing wrong with putting grease on the scalp once before you have to get your hair done again, or like the alternative. Like, we all know Softy has grease and oil. Like, hey, if the grease is too thick, try the oil. It's pretty much have some of the same ingredients. Like, it's something for everybody. And like I said, my biggest mistake was, trying to follow people to a T. Now, obviously, I made some home runs, like me taking a chance with the Aussie Moist, because I was like, man, I got to try this because I needed something. And guess what? Best thing I ever done, because I believe I had the Cantu shampoo and conditioner. It just ain't doing it for me. The alcohol in it dries my hair out. That's one thing I can say. Like, I'm not, as y'all seen my video about the silicones, like, I'm not going to be, stay away from sulfate silicones. But I would say alcohol, like a lot of alcohol and products does tend to do something to my hair. That's just me. Like, my hair just be so dry. So, no alcohol for me, if I can help it. Or the only, like, one. But not a lot. But yeah, this is just a appreciate your hair video. Like, don't stop dissing your hair. Like, I seen a post of somebody's like, I hate my hair, I don't know what to do with it. And it's like, we're living in 2020 and there is plenty of resources. It's just a matter of going out and taking time to do your research. And like I said, even for me, I caught myself saying, you know what, I'm running out of hairstyles. No. Go back to where you started. Go on YouTube yourself and type in medium to short hairstyles and get an idea and do it. Like, it's not hard. We make it hard. We make it very hard, but we need to stop. Make sure I covered everything. Like I said, there is no secret ingredients out there. Sorry. There's A's, there's promoters, but there's stimulate. That's the other word I was looking for. Stimulate, which means that it attaches to your scalp and help your scalp, just pretty much respond. Whereas your scalp may just be like lazy or in the mode where, hey, I'm just chilling, because your hair goes through cycles and stages where there's growth, resting, shedding, yada yada yada. Get to know that as well. Like, your hair goes through different phases per season, per time of the year. It's not doing something all the time. Like, you may say, like, for me, it seems like, I don't know, maybe winter is my time because my hair just is growing. Whereas in the summer, I'm like, hair, what you doing? You just sitting there. But in the summertime is where my hair is the most vibrant. Like, I can do the wash and goes and I can do the pineapples all day and just water and just go. And like I was telling people, because they didn't believe me, I used to use the Softy gel just to slick my hair up just enough to do my pineapple. And it was like, what kind of gel you put on your hair? Dollar gel? Nuh-uh. Yeah, But you know what? I don't even think it's more so about my hair curl pattern. That's another thing. Like, there's so much to correct. Curl pattern has nothing to do with the health of your hair. Like, nothing. It's just how your hair looks. Like, I've seen plenty of nice, healthy hair with not a curl in sight, but the hair is healthy and the hair is strong. I mean, I guess it's something that we admire, because like I said, I've been there. Like, I was so hard on definition at first, and the crazy thing is, I was transitioning at first. And it's like, no, because your curl is going to be all over the place and it's going to be deceiving. And then once you do your cut, like I did, it's like, where did you go? Because that wasn't your curl pattern. That was toxic chemical hair that was reacting to the products now. Like, your true pattern is after you get all the filth out, all the product and whatever else and what's there. That's your curl pattern. I think it's shameful that products are categorizing your items based on curl pattern. It should be more so, I say, if there's anything that should be important, it should be porosity. Like, if you want to do a natural hairline, base it on high porosity, medium porosity, low porosity. I think that will help a whole lot of people learn to manage their hair and give their hair exactly what they need. Amen. All right, I'm looking down because, yeah, at the end of the day, love your hair. Please love your hair. Like, God gave it to you. Take care of it. Learn to take care of it. Like, somebody out there has, everybody's different, so nobody have the exactly same hair, but I'm pretty sure somebody out there has hair very similar to you that you can learn from. And like I said, not tick for tat, like not down to a T, but say if the person mentioned single strand knots, you're like, oh, okay, I deal with that. Like, read into more of that specific detail or problem. Doesn't necessarily mean you have to watch them from A to Z, because maybe they have low density hair and they're going to do things a little different than what you would if you have higher density. Get what I'm saying? But anyway, like I said, it's not to be hateful or shameful. It's just out of love to like really help people, because these are mistakes I made and things I need to learn from, because I need to do better. So